Peace. Welcome to the YouTube live book reading of The African Origin of Civilization, Myth or Reality by Dr. Cheikh Anta, translated and edited by Mercer Cook. We pick up in the 7th chapter on page 151 of this 30th reading. Peace, YouTube. All right, divine days and nights. Today, 17,099. Yes. Peace, YouTube. Time for the peaceful part of YouTube where we read books and learn from masters. And I'm master fitness trainer, Uriel Riley. All right. Woo. 17,099. All right. At the top of page 151. Of course, one could confidently expect that efforts would be made to rejuvenate Nubian civilization and explain it by that of Egypt. This is what the American Egyptologist George Andrew Reisner, 1867-1942, thought he had accomplished in the study covering little more than the period of Nubian history from the Assyrian epic or the first millennium. He claimed that Nubia was previously governed by a Libyan dynasty, which the Black dynasties merely prolonged. Once again, the mythical white created civilization and then withdrew miraculously, leaving the place to blacks. All the Negroes, civilizations of Black Africa, from Egypt, Nubia, Ghana, Songhai, to the Kingdom of Benin, passing through Rwanda, Burundi, to name only these, have been victims of these general frustrating attempts, which finally become as monotonous as monotonous as an uninteresting face that no longer provokes even a smile. Reisner could not have failed to know that Nubian civilization dates back to 1500 BCE, that is to say, prior to the appearance of the white Japhetic Libyan in Africa. Consequently, the problem is not to seek Libyans in recent Nubian history, but to find some at the start of that civilization about 5000 BCE. This task Reisner was careful not to attempt. When Muhammad was born, Arabia was a Negro colony, with Mecca as its capital. The Quran refers to the army of 40,000 men sent by the king of Ethiopia to crush the Arab revolt. One corps of that army consisted of warriors mounted on elephants. Delafosse himself is obliged to record that suzerainty of Ethiopia over Arabia. If one thinks of the part that this empire has played in the destinies of ancient Egypt, if it is remembered that at the birth of Muhammad, 570, it exercised suzerainty of the other side of the Red Sea over the Yemen, and that it sent an army of almost 40,000 men against Mecca, if one considers the extraordinary renown that the power of the famous priester John enjoyed in Europe during the Middle Ages, one is obliged to suppose that a like force could not have failed to spread among the people with whom it came in contact. Yeah, all right. So that completes that section. Down at the bottom of page 151. Here we go. Last section of this, I believe, or it might be one more section of this chapter, chapter 7. Peace, YouTube. Thank you for the likes and subs. Cradles of civilization located in the heart of Negro lands. No less paradoxical is the fact that the Indo Europeans never created a civilization in their own native lands, the Eurasian plains. Mhm. The civilizations attributed to them are inevitably located in the heart of Negro country, northern hemisphere. Egypt, Arabia, Phoenicia, Mesopotamia, Elam, India. In all those lands, there were already Negro civilizations. Yeah. When the Indo Europeans arrived as rough nomads during the second millennium, the standard procedure consists of demonstrating that these savage populations brought all the elements of civilization with them wherever they went. The question which then comes into mind is, why did so many creative aptitudes appear only when there was contact with blacks, never in the original cradle of the Eurasian steppes? Major question. Ah! He wins again. Hmm. Why did those populations not create civilizations at home before migrating? If the modern world disappeared, one could easily detect thanks to many traces of civilization focal point from which modern civilization had spread over the earth. Nothing similar can be found in the Eurasian plains. If we refer to the most remote antiquity, the evidence forces us to start from the Black countries to explain all the phenomena of civilization. Sorry. Foundation. Mhm. It would be incorrect to say that civilization was born of racial mixture. For there is proof that existed in Black lands well before any historical contact with Europeans. Ethnically homogeneous, the Negro peoples created all the elements of civilization by adapting to the favorable geographical conditions of their early homelands. From then on, their countries became magnets, attracting the inhabitants of the ill favored backward lands nearby who tried to move there to improve their existence. Yes. Crossbreeding resulting from this contact was thus a consequence of the civilization already created by blacks rather than its cause. For the same reason, Europe in general and Paris or London in particular are gravitational poles where all the races in the world meet and mix every day. But 2,000 years hence, it it will be inaccurate to explain European civilizations of 1954 by the fact that the continent was then saturated by colonials, each of whom contributed his share of genius. On the contrary, we can see that all the foreign elements outdistance require a certain length of time to catch up, and for a long time can make no appreciable contribution to technical progress. It was the same in antiquity. All the elements of Egyptian civilization were in existence from the beginning. They remained as they were, and at most simply disintegrated on contact with the foreigner. We are well aware of the various white invasions of Egypt during the historical period: the Hyksos or Scythians, the Libyans, Assyrians, Persians. None of these brought any new developments in mathematics, astronomy, physics, chemistry, medicine, philosophy, the arts, or political organization. The foregoing likewise enables us to reject a posterior explanations at which reasoning from the situation in modern world decree that the temperate zone is permanently favorable to the flowering of civilizations, all of which were born in that zone. Historical documents prove the contrary, that at the time when the Earth's climate was already fixed, all the earliest civilizations existed outside of that zone. And we'll pause right here, shall we? Yeah. Or yeah, short one today. Highest hard love. Oh, sigh. It's a beautiful day. Got to get some work done. So thankful and grateful. All I have right now and all that's coming to me. Yeah, we'll leave it right here and leave it for one more to end the chapter. Divine rising peace. Thank you so much for the love, man. It's so amazing, right? You know, live this life is really just powerful, so beautiful. Oh, the angles covering. Look at what we got here. Look at this. Peace. Thank you for the likes and subs. Color wheel. Ooh, you gotta love it. Oh, yes. A color wheel. Like I told you, we know red and green make brown. Hi, it's Heart Love. We're pushing towards 700 subs on this peaceful part of YouTube where we read books and learn from masters. Gratitude for being here. Hi, it's Heart Love. Oh, you like it? Thank you so much. Man, I like to play around with the colors, and we're always talking about how we can unify this information, and it's a very strong attribute to be able to give information to the people that they can use and carry out. So it's heart, love, and honor. Remember to keep shining your light. We're coming. That's right. Nothing they can do to stop us. Love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Fine days. Shaking it up on YouTube, reading books. Had a lot of work to do yesterday. Some more work to do today. Get it done. All right. We are going to the magenta cloud this evening for restoration, healing, and we're going to be focusing on really just coming into that magenta energy, which is soft and activating, but it lightens the heart. So we're releasing some more heart energy to the world. A world of compassion needs to be continued, peeled back, and opened up. And that's why we have some love water to all our friends that have elevated, family members, as well as to give reverence to all the solar returns. Divine Rising, thank you so much for being here. All right, sing I love you to our friends and family. All right. Ah, yeah, 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 yeah. Love, love, love you. Love. I love you, you. Yeah. Ground that love into us. We're live from the light here in LA. Peace, peace. I'll see you soon. Thank you.